a scripture that I wanted to talk about the idea that like if people, because there was also this debate whether if God chooses people to go to heaven, then would that mean that he's instilling disbelief in others so that they won't go to heaven, right? Like this idea that but that was defeated because of the fact that God, there is no evil in God. He can't like conspire for someone to not believe in him so that they will go to hell. Like that's not who he is at all.
Not at all. I think the scripture in Ezekiel states that he has no pleasure in the death of the wicked.
Right.
What are you laughing at?
No, that was the one script I knew that someone was going to pull up was Ezekiel.
Yeah.
But that for those people, they chose that they chose not to be on the side of God, that they chose that. So it's this idea that like you have the decision whether you go to hell, but it's God who saves us in the end. It's not through our power or our choices or our wisdom or our intelligence or our good discernment. It's all from the glory of God who saves us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. So, just to kind of summarize and make sure I have the right understanding, because this is a new topic for me. So God can predestine people before they were born to go to heaven, but the ability to make it through the acceptance of Jesus Christ just makes everyone viable, even if they weren't predestined to go.
Yeah.
Right. But not everybody's going to go there because not everybody wants. Like, it's kind of like your dream.
Exactly.
People in the place that we're saying how we wanted to be there.
Yeah.
There's people who want to be there. There's people who don't want to go there. There's people who don't want to be around God. There's people who don't want to repent. There's people who want to be there, who worship Satan, who want to be there with him. That's the reality. And I think that's what it's talking about, where there's people who are chosen to go to heaven and there's people who aren't, because of the fact that those people chose that life.
Yeah.
They decided not to accept Jesus. I think that's what the main thing was. Yeah.
Do all of us on that same page?
Do all of us agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. What about you, Jake? Do you agree with that?
God has predestined everyone to go to heaven, but not everyone will choose to go down that path.
Right.
Yeah.
God gives everyone the equal opportunity to choose that, but he knows that not everyone is going to choose it. And that is what made his sacrifice on the cross so much greater, because he knew that there are people who wouldn't choose him, but he's going to do this anyways, just in case. You know what I mean?
So
just for those people who, for everyone to have an equal opportunity, but he knew that not everyone was going to choose him.
Good discussion, people.
Wait.
I feel like the only disagreement we had was on the definition of free will, but everything else we're like, yeah.
I'm trying to see what Ari is saying though with the free will thing. Like, we're very limited. Our will, it's not always, we will to happen, it's not always gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I would,
Yeah.
yeah. You
Oh.
agree.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So
No, I
also
agree,
the term was just will.
I just wanted to make
Just we
sure.
have will.
Okay.
In the
Go out to
discussion,
society and tell them.
like when I was
will.
talking at you, I just wanted to make sure that I understood fully what you were saying.
Yeah.
I wasn't like trying to disagree or whatever.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I asked enough questions so I knew exactly what you were
For sure,
talking
yeah.
about to see whether I agreed or not.
Yeah.
And I agree.
I was trying to disagree. But
I know you were.
I learned. That's how I learned.
I disagree with how you define it, but
Really? What's your definition? Come on, Jacob.
No. That's the thing. I have a lot of opposing ideas too, but I don't have a concrete idea myself, so I'm not going to say anything.
my concrete is that we have a choice to decide which way we go in life.
Oh, I was going to bring this up actually. Go ahead.
So, more so on the side of how I define it is theologically, that we have a decision to make if we're going to be going down a certain path in life or not. And we have a choice if we want to turn around and follow God or if we're going to be going down a certain path that we've lived.
Okay.
You know what determinism is?
Hit me.
It's like we don't actually make decisions. Our decisions are based off of our beliefs, desires, and temperament.
Wow.
And whatever decision we make,
That's how we were raised too, I think.
yeah,
What environment we were surrounded by.
exactly.
Where our parents went politically or religiously.
And theoretically, we could go in and figure out exactly what experiences and beliefs caused us to make these decisions.
Scary path. I agree with that. I think something that I learned in my researching was something very, very pivotal is that I think we as humans can think really logically. Like if this doesn't make sense, I'm not going to believe it. If it doesn't make sense, I don't know about that. But God is theological. He's not logical. He doesn't live in the logistics of things. There's a lot of things about God that don't make sense because we are bound by human capabilities of understanding certain things. You know what I mean?
So that's what you believe? That things will not make sense to us, but they will make sense to God.
I feel like not everything that God, the space that God works in, is going to always like make sense, or we're always going to have an answer to something. Like I don't like to me logic is like making sense something that there's an answer for everything. It tracks in our brain.
Right, yeah.
But I don't think that God works in that space. I think He's so much above that. Where there's certain things about God that I genuinely think there's just some things we're just not going to understand or our brains won't be able to comprehend. Certain things about God, certain things about heaven, certain things about His plan.
Yes.
God works, He's theological. We are logical.
I would argue that humans are incredibly illogical.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I agree
Make
with you.
so
But I'm
many
just saying.
choices that
But
don't
do you know
make
what I'm
sense.
saying? Where I'm like, things for us have to make sense, right? But I think, and there's a lot of things about God that I think are just not going to make sense to us. Until we get to heaven, we can ask, explain this to us, because then we will be able to. Yeah. Sorry, there's this slide.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Aria.
Yeah. So yeah, I
Do you
agree with
agree
you.
with me?
Yeah, 100%.